Hello there everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to talk about the brand new LEGO Death Star set. Obviously this is a galactic show topper. Obviously this is the full breakdown of everything you need to know about this brand new LEGO Star Wars Ultimate Collector's Death Star set, which is obviously set number 75419, launching in 2025. Overview: the Ultimate Collector series, the Death Star. So obviously there have been a lot of Death Stars before, but these ones are cheaper than this one. Oh boy, let's talk about that. So this is obviously the LEGO Star Wars, the Death Star Ultimate Collector series. Obviously this is pretty much, for adults to buy, because this set is a controversial one. Obviously when I make LEGO news videos, I want to obviously be critical, and I want to talk about Lego because Lego is something that I really admire and really find interesting. And this set, oh boy, that's something that I need to talk about. So obviously this set will be set number 75419. Piece count will be 9023 bricks. Yes, that's a lot, right? Minifigures 38, which is quite a record. Dimensions, so 70 centimeters in height, 79 centimeters wide, and 27 centimeters deep. Weight over 15 kilos. That's insane. Price, obviously this set is going to retail for 900 bucks. So very, very interesting. So obviously 900 pounds, 999.99 obviously, or dollars, right? And obviously 1,000 euros. I mean, in general, this set is pretty fucking expensive. Age recommendations, like I said, is 18 plus, mostly for obviously adult fans of Lego. Designer is Caesar Soares, and story obviously with the scenes included. This set is a vertical cross-section diorama of the Death Star, showcasing iconic moments from both A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and obviously Andor, Rogue One, maybe too. It's not a full sphere, but a slice packed with cinematic detail. That's something that I don't really like, because the Death Star is an iconic round thing. It's like a moon, it's like round and circular. But this one is just a slice. It's a vertical line, and it's not really. I don't like that. To be honest, I want the real circular thing. Obviously, I'm not able to buy this set because it's flipping expensive, but obviously we have many locations in this set that actually make sense to be there. So we have the trash compactor, obviously Luke, Leia, Han, and Chewie, and Pearl, right? I need to escape that bit. Emperor Palpatine's throne room, obviously the final duel with Luke and Vader. Leia's cell block rescue mission in progress, obviously Darth Vader's meditation chamber, or obviously the room where he meditates and comes to rest. Obviously also obviously puts his armor off, because I mean that's the only room where he can actually have full peace, right? Imperial shuttle hangar includes a shuttle Tidarium, I think, which is obviously an Imperial shuttle, I believe. Tractor beam control room, war room with Grand Moff Tarkin, and obviously also the bridge swing scene, obviously where Luke and Leia escape across the chasm. So a staggering 38 minifigures are included, multiple variants and rare characters. So obviously we have Luke Skywalker in his Jedi robes, rebel outfit, and also his stormtrooper outfit. Obviously his rebel outfit is like his farm boy outfit. We have Han Solo as a captain, and also as a stormtrooper we have Princess Leia, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Chewbacca, R2-D2, and C-3PO, and Imperial crew plus gunners. We obviously also have Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine, Grand Moff Tarkin, Director Krennic, which is a really nice inclusion. Obviously he is from Rogue One, and obviously also Endor. We have 2 Imperial guards, 6 stormtroopers, an Imperial shuttle pilot. We have Galen Erso, which is another really great inclusion, obviously from Rogue One. Imperial dignitary, Admiral Moti, Colonel Yularen, which is obviously from the Clone Wars, but also from the Empire. Protocol droid 5D6 RA7, Imperial Astromech Droid 2, and last but not least, a hot tub stormtrooper from obviously the LEGO Star Wars video games. This lineup includes fan favorite heroes, high ranking villains, and deep cut lore characters for hardcore collectors, which is really nice because, I think as as characters from A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and obviously also Empire Strikes Back. Well, yes, and yes, I guess, sort of. These are all characters from original trilogy, but we have directed Krennic and Galen Erso in here. I really like that Lego can just put these characters in there too because they're also there. They made the Death Star, right? So it's really, really nice inclusion. So obviously, modular floors, each level is detachable for close-up display, interactive elements, working elevators, super laser, retractable bridge, display friendly, flat back for wall mounting or shelf display. The detailed density, every room is packed with film accurate props and architecture. Bonus set, early buyers from obviously October the 1st to October the 7th get a free TIE fighter with Imperial Hangar Rack, which is set 40771. Early access, obviously, 1st of October 2025 for LEGO Insiders only. Global launch 4th of October 2025. Gift with purchase, TIE Fighter bonus set, limited obviously to first week. Exclusive poster, numbered collector's print available to insiders. Obviously, it's an incredible scale. Minifigure count is remarkable, and the scenes are very accurate. But this is pretty much the most expensive Lego set out there. It's a high price, flat diorama design versus obviously the full sphere. Use of stickers, overprinted bricks. The set isn't just like a build, it's a tribute to Star Wars lore and Lego craftsmanships, obviously. But I think the set is just, it's controversial. It's really cool looking, but it's also kind of, I'm not quite sure, like there's something wrong with it too, in my opinion. I think if you were to have like a sphere, it would be so much better. Obviously the price would go down, but obviously this is the biggest Lego set ever, like $1,000 for a Lego set. That is remarkable. Like this is obviously a first, right? But I'm not quite sure what they'll do now after this one. Obviously, will they actually make a bigger set, a bolder set? Obviously, make maybe retail it for 2K, which is kind of insane to say. Like a Lego set for obviously $1,000 is like a lot, but a Lego set for like 2K or 3K for, no, I don't think they'll go that far, but still it's interesting to think about. Obviously, unlike previous spherical Death Star models, this 2025 version is a vertical cross-section diorama designed for maximum display impact and storytelling. 6 stacked floors, each packed with iconic scenes from New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Rogue One. Flat back for wall mounting or shelf display. Interactive features, working elevator, retractable bridge, super laser, and trash compactor with moving walls. Obviously, there's also a brick-built mini-ship in here too, which is really interesting. Which is really nice. Cesar Soares, the lead designer, aimed to balance playability, nostalgia, and display value. Obviously, in the Lego Death Star interview, $1,000 set explained, he explains the challenges of compressing so many scenes into a vertical format while keeping it structurally sound. Obviously, fans are split. Love the detail and minifigure count. Others criticize the lack of full spherical design, use of stickers instead of printed bricks, and obviously high price tag. Which, I guess that makes sense. Because obviously, why is the Death Star so important? Why did Lego make this set? Obviously, the Death Star is one of the most iconic, I guess, space stations in the Star Wars mythos. The Death Star is one of the most iconic and terrifying symbols in the Star Wars universe, and its importance goes far beyond just being a big space station with a super laser. Obviously, now with the Lego design, it sets that tone too. It's big, it's bold, it's also a tool of fear, right? The Death Star was designed by the Galactic Empire as a tool of fear and domination. Domination, it sounds like that. So it has the ability to destroy entire planet with a single blast. It wasn't just military, it was physiological. As obviously, as Grand Moff Tarkin famously said, fear will keep the local systems in line. Fear of this battle station. It was meant to crush rebellion before it could begin, making resistance seem futile. So I guess minimum. Death Star 1 destroyed Alderaan, a peaceful planet, to send the message to the galaxy, obviously, and also making fear across the galaxy I guess, famous. Obviously, Princess Leia was also there when it happened, and that was her planet. Her family died. Everything on that planet died. Death Star 2, under construction and Return of the Jedi, was even more powerful and better defended. These weren't just weapons, they were mobile fortresses capable of traveling through hyperspace and enforcing the Empire's will anywhere in the galaxy. The Death Star drives the narrative of multiple Star Wars films. A New Hope, the Rebel Alliance mission to destroy it, is its climax of the film. Rogue One's entire story revolves around stealing its blueprints. Obviously, Return of the Jedi, the second Death Star at the site of the final showdown between Luke, Vader, and the Emperor. But obviously, in The Rise of Skywalker, the wreckage of Death Star 2 plays a key role in the Rey's journey. Obviously, beyond the film, the Death Star has become a symbol of tyranny and technological terror in pop culture. It's inspired countless imitations and science fiction, from Starkiller Base to Halo's installations. It's also a fan favorite in LEGO sets, obviously video games, theme parks, and fan theories. In short, the Death Star isn't just important, it's the embodiment of the Empire's philosophy: control, fear, power through destruction. And that's really interesting. That's, yeah, control, fear, kind of like Orwellian, right? Control, fear, because without, stuff like that, with control, there is always like kind of fear, right? And its legacy continues to echo through every corner of the Star Wars galaxy, but also in our pop culture minds. Yeah, I think that's really interesting because the Death Star, obviously, just like they said, is big and it's kind of massive, right? And that's what she said. But still, guys, I think this Lego set is interesting to say the least. It is cool. $1,000 is very expensive, but this is obviously a big, point in Lego's history that they're able to make this set for $1,000. That's insane. That's a lot. But hey, like I said, there could be other sets like this, other sets from other IPs or maybe original things that Lego might make. If the demand is there, obviously the Death Star is iconic, and that's the only thing actually that is able to be made in obviously for $1,000, right? That's what I'm trying to say here, because I think that's rather interesting, right? I think it's rather interesting that Lego can be or can make the decision on making this set, if that makes sense, right? I think other sets wouldn't top it, right? If, for example, if you would make like a thousand bucks sets, or like $1,000 or euros for maybe a Lego DC set, I don't think you'll hit that mark, right? But obviously with the Death Star, it's iconic, it's big, and a lot of people know it. It makes sense to be made, right? So there we go. All right, that's kind of interesting. That's kind of my take on this brand new set. Obviously, this is Lego news. I just share, obviously, Lego news for you guys to enjoy. Obviously, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Obviously, I have tons of thoughts about it, but I do think it's really interesting. And for people that might buy this set or might get it for obviously the Lego community, I'm not quite sure, like content creators get this set for free to review and stuff like that. For them, it might be big and cool, and rightfully so cool, right? And awesome. But as like a fan, obviously as a person, as a student myself, I think $1,000 is rather interesting and rather, well, a lot, right? I mean, the Millennium Falcon, the Ultimate Collector's Millennium Falcon was already a big, point in Lego's career, but now the Death Star can actually top that. And I'm not quite sure if this set will retail well or be bought multiple times by multiple people, or maybe some people might actually buy two of them, but that's 2K, right? That you're losing to Lego sets. I think obviously money, and myself, I think spending money on something else is better than buying a 1K Lego set, right? But yeah, like I said, we can have this discussion in the comments down below. But obviously, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Obviously, let me know your reactions down in the comment section below too, and I will check you later. Goodbye, everyone.